everybody, welcome back. So in the last video we talked about making an offer, what that looks like, and the different negotiation strategies you can use. Once a seller has accepted your offer, you're now officially under contract. It's a huge deal, but we're far from done. So first things first, once you're under contract, you want to get an idea of all the different timelines. What are the deadlines? When are the deposits due? When is your inspection period up? What I've done for you guys is actually created a really neat little worksheet that you can provide your agent at the time that you go under contract. They can fill it all out for you. You slap it up on your fridge and it's perfect. It keeps it right at the front of your mind. So be sure to check that out in the link below. So typically what's going to happen is once you go under contract is within a few days, you're going to be making a deposit. This is a good faith deposit. What's happening is the seller is taking the property off the market. Nobody else can buy it. And for that reason, you're going to put a little bit of money aside, a trust account essentially, kind of showing the seller that you've got some skin in the game. If you were to arbitrarily pull out at the day of closing, this is something the seller would get as sort of compensation for taking that time off the market. Now, this typically tends to be a very difficult point for a lot of first-time home buyers to kind of wrap their heads around because it feels a little bit like a risk. Don't worry, there's three main ways that you're definitely gonna get that deposit back under these circumstances. The first one being an inspection period. Now, typically it's about 15 days, but when you're negotiating, that number can definitely fluctuate. From the day you go under contract, so like I said, about 15 days, you've got a window to do inspections and to verify that the house is gonna meet any of the criteria that you're looking for. If in that 15-day window, the buyer, in their sole discretion, decides that they no longer want to proceed forward, you can cancel for any reason and you get your deposit back. Another way you can get your deposit back is if your financing doesn't come through. You typically have about a 30-day contingency. Again, in the negotiations, that number could vary, but typically it's 30 days. If you get denied from your lender for any reason, you could again provide that denial to the seller and you get your deposit back. Another way is if the seller can't provide you clear title. Let's say, for example, there's a lien from 5 years ago. If the seller can't get that cleared off and the title can't be issued to you in clean, clear format, then you'll get your deposit back. So 99% of the time, if there's an issue with the deal, you should be able to get your deposit back. Examples of where you cannot get your deposit back. Let's say it's the day before closing and you've fulfilled all of your requirements and then you lose your job. It's COVID right now. That's a very realistic scenario. You are at risk of losing that deposit. That's something you and the seller would then have to talk out. So be very mindful of that. Just read through your contract and refer to that agent that you're working with. These are going to be the experts in your marketplace that are knowledgeable on the contract and the offers that you're using. And so these are the people you want to be trusting with in terms of guidance. All right, so let's say you've finished your inspections, you've gotten your loan approval. The next step is really to end up at the closing table and get your keys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'll be back tomorrow with the next step. What I wanted to do now was take the time out and tell you that if you had any questions about what we covered in today's topic, reach out to me. Either write a comment below or send me a message privately. And then additionally, I've got a link in the description as well for a Google Drive, which has all sorts of flyers that cover the topics that I'm going to be talking about in these video series that'll be really insightful for you to click through and read and just gain more knowledge about what you're looking for and what to expect in the homeownership process. So thanks again for watching and I will see you soon.